What's up?
How is you?
I'm alright.
Okay, so first we need to. Okay, wait. Sorry.
hmm
Introduce yourself for everyone, please.
I go by the name En4 as an artist. I am a rapper, musician, music artist. I have an EP coming out towards the end of this year. Be looking out for that. But me and Ashley are here to discuss some things. So I got things we want to talk about, I guess. So let's talk.
Wait, don't skip. Don't skip.
What's up?
You released something recently.
What did I do?
You released something
Oh
recently.
yeah, I did release a song. It's called This is a Freestyle. It was a freestyle. So yeah, I put that out. That was just something to, keep people entertained while I was working towards putting this project out.
How has that been going though? Like, how's the reception been?
People really liked it. I've put it on TikTok and I got a good reception from there. The crazy backstory on the song is I had that beat for a while. I hated that beat. And then I was just sitting with it and then I was just like, because I had, the vibes and stuff for it. And then I was like, listen to it one day and I was like fuck me, just like put it out. Like it don't matter if you don't like it. Like I mean, if you don't like the beat, like other people don't like it, and then So I worked with it and it worked. So there you go. So, yeah.
Cool, cool,
So,
cool. Okay, so I think we should do this, like, make this like a monthly thing that we do. What
sure.
do you think?
Yeah, that's cool. I'm down.
Okay,
All right.
cool. So, last time we talked, you are an artist who is
Mm-hmm.
also very heavily involved in like the state of the world.
Mm-hmm. I just be having opinions and perspectives, and I be throwing them out there. You know, I don't.
Which is like,
I don't mean to like try to like rub people the wrong way, but that's just what I be thinking. But sometimes I get rubbed the wrong way when people say stuff, so I just say stuff. So
oh, wait. Okay, but while this is on my mind, you
yeah.
posted something about a YouTube comment where someone was feeling hurt. Well, what was that?
Um, it was a video that is popping a little bit. It's getting a little viral on YouTube. It's getting some traction. So starting to get comments and stuff on there. And
Wait, is
then
it your video or someone else's
no,
video?
it's my video. It's me singing and rapping on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then yeah, they just had some, you know, nasty things to
Wait,
say.
give us some context. What happened?
Um, there was a guy who posted who said, "Why doesn't this have 1 million views on it yet?" And then I was like, I don't know, hasn't been shared enough. He was like, yeah, well, I'll share it. And then I guess a few days later, somebody else was like, uh, well, he doesn't have 1 million views because he looks like a fucking weirdo, dumbass. And then I was just like, sorry you feel that way. And then the other dude who said it originally, he was like, fuck you, you all talk, who you calling dumbass and all that. So that's where that's for from. And I was just, screenshotted it just to show I was trying to be civil. I was just trying to show an example to the people who follow me and be like, this is how you handle situations, and this is how you don't handle situations. You don't have to just go off on somebody and be like, fuck you. You can if you want to, but I tried to handle it in a more civil manner. So that's what that was about.
How has social media contributed to your emotional state? Like, do you feel like you're a bit more of a Zen person, a bit more calm, or do you think you get agitated more easily?
Um, I think I've always been calm, but I get agitated, I guess, from negativity or people talking shit, I guess. But I can't blame it on social media necessarily. That's just like how I've always been. But um, the way I've dealt with it or I've grown over the years, where I'm at a better spot where I handle it better. Like I didn't take full like offense to the comment. I was just like, it is what it is, you know. So it's something that I'm learning and figuring out how to deal with better.
True, true. Okay, cool. So, how do you feel about Kamala? Shit, I still said her name wrong. I've
Kamala,
literally been, I've lit. No, you said it right. I've been practicing her name all day.
Kamala Harris.
No, that's not how you say it.
That was just it. That's not how you say it.
No, it's not Kamala.
It's not. How is it? How you say
It's
it?
not.
How you say it?
I don't want to say because I'm gonna get in trouble,
N-
and I'm like I can't get canceled. I haven't even gotten started yet.
What you mean? What?
I'm not
I don't understand
I'm
what you're
not
trying
gonna
to
say
say.
it,
I don't understand what
but
you're trying to say.
Attorney General Harris, how have you felt about her
I'm
nomination
still
for vice
confused on
president?
the Kamala Harris part because I'm willing to
It's not
say it.
Kamala though.
What is it, Kamala? Shit, I'm willing to say it. I don't give a fuck.
Now you're gonna get
I
canceled,
don't
and you
care.
haven't even gotten started yet, bro.
I don't give a shit. They go shit. I already know they gonna come for me.
It's not. We're just gonna say, we're just gonna say, Mrs. Harris.
All
How
right.
have you felt about her her nomination for vice presidency, which is exciting.
I mean, I guess. I mean, it can be exciting if you care about that. Me personally, I don't. I'm not interested in like aesthetics and stuff. I care more about the person's policies, who they are as a person, and their track record. So that
But
means
do you
something to
really
me.
care about who they are as a person?
Because I think who they are as a person matters because that determines if that person is going to really fight for what their what they have or what their policies. I'll give you an example. Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders got all the policies that I pretty much agree with, but he
Hmm.
don't fight. He be backing down to them. Like he want to be friends with them people. He could easily go on stage while he's a debate and just call them out and be like, "You're corrupt. You're corrupt. You take money from them. You take money from them," and he could just win. But he wants to be friends with these people instead of like really just call them out because he just doesn't have it in him to like fight. So that's why I care about them as a person, not necessarily like their day to day life, but how they carry themselves and if they're willing to really go there and fight against the people who know that they know are doing wrong.
I still wouldn't argue with you when you say that you care about them as how who they are as a person because every politician has done something dirty to get
Mm-hmm.
to where they are. So you can't necessarily say that you know who they are. You know and respect their character
What I'm
because
saying is,
you
let me reword it. What I'm saying
yeah.
is, it's not necessarily character. I guess it's more as like, do they have the strength to go against those people who they know have done things wrong? Like in my like the way I see like Bernie Sanders, I'll use him example just because he's somebody that's popular, but he has all the policies and things that I agree with. Like he has a record where he fought in the civil rights. He's actually a moral, decent person. Like I don't see him as somebody that's just awful. Of course, he's a human being and he's done things that are wrong, but I don't think Bernie Sanders is just an awful person where he sold out anybody. Like he voted against the Iraq War. So he just doesn't fight these people where he just be like he just let it slide. Like he'll just let them get away with it instead of calling them out and be like you're a dirtbag. Like he has it, but he won't do it, and because he wants to be friends with them, I guess he just want to be nice. So that's what I
And you
mean
think
by that.
that Mrs. Harris is one of those people who is just not a very honest person.
Exactly.
Why do you feel that way?
I don't think that she has a track record that will really help the average person if we just look at what she's done when she was a prosecutor. But as an honest person, I mean, just based off of what I've seen from her, just let me know. I was like, okay, this is not an honest person. I'll give you an example. Um, she accused Joe Biden of being a racist. She went off about busing and
Yeah,
said I was one of those girls who was on the buses to, one of the separated schools, and Joe Biden was, against it, and he was like the shit she was saying was true. But now she want to be his vice president. She also accused him and said that she believed his accusers. Because side note, there's a whole woman accusing Joe Biden of sexual assault and nobody gives a fuck about that. But she says she believed the woman. Now you finna be his vice president? Like, but you like so that's just crazy to me. So those are just where I see a dishonesty at, where it's like you willing to sacrifice you know your principles just so you can get some power.
So, but do you necessarily think that's a bad thing though? They do think that would you compromise your values to be in a position to, would you compromise your values to be in a position of power?
No. Like what I stand on, like my principles? No.
Yeah.
Like for what? Like for power?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
You give me a lot to think about right now.
Okay.
No, no, not. I'm not running for office, but just about personal life right now.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Okay, sorry.
I understand.
You don't understand. I'm going through a lot of.
All right.
I just don't get how. I just don't get how why we need to kiss ass in order to succeed in life. I don't get it.
Why do we need to kiss ass to succeed in life? Hmm.
Like your interview with Gary Vee, you
Mm-hmm.
weren't like, oh my gosh, Gary Vee, hey, hello. Like you were just like, hey man, what's up? You
Yeah.
know, like you treated him like it's every other human being, as opposed to
Yeah.
everyone else who is like, oh my god, I worship the ground you walk on, you know, and it's like I think it gets me in trouble a lot. Like I'm like you and I work in restaurants, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they'd be like, oh, the owner of the restaurant's walk is coming in today. I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna do it the same thing I do every day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like
I
I'm not gonna
said,
be like,
okay, I see where you're coming from. Yeah,
yeah,
I
yeah.
treat everybody the same. I don't give anybody any leverage to make them feel like they better than someone else. Like you just a person to me. Like when someone comes to the counter,
But that's a bad thing.
is
Y- Yeah.
it? You think so? I think it's equality.
Yes. I
I've
don't
always
know.
looked at it
I
as a
don't
good
know.
thing.
I'm still learning. I don't know how to do life. I don't know how to do life. That's
I've
all
always
I'm
looked at that
trying.
as a good thing. Like I've always looked at that as like a positive thing. Like if I treat everyone the same, like if a homeless dude come in there and he buying a sandwich, like I'll treat him the same way as I treat the baddest bitch in the world that walks in there. Like, and I understand there's people who might, or even like the richest guy or the person who owns the building. I'm gonna treat you the same way. And there's people who might get offended by that, but I think that's on them because they got egos. I don't think it ain't got nothing to do with me. Like I'm just treating you the same way. Like I treat everybody. Like I'm not trying to be rude. Like I'm just consistent.
But do you find that it gets you in trouble at work or in life?
I think it'd get me in trouble with people who believe their own hype. People
Mm.
who are insecure, people who are extremely caught up in their ego and believe the stuff that people say about them. I don't think it has to do anything with me. Like I'm just treating you the way I treat anybody else.
True. The key to victory is consistency. Y'all gonna get me so fucking fired.
That's
Jesus
hilarious.
I'm serious. I'm so serious. Cause like we had a meeting the other day at work and
Hmm.
everyone was like, yes, boss. Okay, boss. And I'm like chilling. I have my
I
head
mean,
wrap on because I just washed my hair. I'm on my sports bra because I just went for a run. And I'm like, sup?
I think you
Like,
got to just what you talking about is you worried about not being disrespectful, and that I understand what you're saying when you like I don't want to be disrespectful to this person,
of course
and
not.
I never want to do that either. But me, I think a person who is secure with themselves will see the difference between you being respectful towards them versus you treating everybody the same. I think a person who
Mhm.
caught up in their own hype will not see it that way. And they'll be like, you're not worshiping the ground I walk on or talking to me a certain way that everybody else talks to me. So
But you don't think that people who behave that way are rewarded more?
I think they're rewarded because of either how they look, what they have, not necessarily because of who they are. Because I think if most people found out who they were, they'd be like, this person ain't shit. Like if everybody knew who they really were, then I think most people wouldn't even like them. But that's how I see it.
True, true, true. Hey guys, just for joining in, we're just talking about Mrs. Harris. We're not going to say her. We're not going to say her first name because neither of us can say her first name the correct way, and we're
I'm
not going
gonna
to
go
get.
look this up now that you said it. Like I was,
We're not gonna get
I gotta
canceled
keep myself
because
reminded.
we're just starting. We're just starting in our careers. Neither of us are gonna get canceled right now. But
I don't
okay,
mind being
cool.
canceled. I'm not scared of them.
Wait, we just don't. Jesus, now I'm associated with
You
you.
associated with me. I mean, you going down with me, but it's cool.
Jesus.
Hey,
Okay, so how do you feel about cancel culture? Actually,
um,
hi King. Hello.
I don't think it hurts you if I don't think it really does nothing. Not really. I don't think it really has no ammunition. I think it's just a bark. Like, does it really destroy anybody's life? Like, people just be on their head for like 1 minute and then they be on to the next person's head, and then it's like life goes on. Like
Hmm.
maybe they lost the opportunity or something, I guess, at that moment. But I mean, they'll just move on. Like people lose jobs all the time because of stuff they say. But I think I don't know. I think cancel culture is something that we talk about and we overhype and act like it's just this is just this devastating thing. But it's like, is it? It's like it's more just like a bunch of people talking shit at one time. It's hard to deal with, I guess, at that moment. But you just turn your phone off and you just stay dormant for a little while, and then you come back and everybody be on to the next person's head. So that's what I think about cancel
Views
culture.
views equal money. That's true. Bruh, your brain. I just need to message you when I'm feeling insecure info. I just need to message you and you be like, shut the fuck up, Ashley. Okay, so when I was messaging you,
Mm-hmm.
you said I asking you like what you want to talk about. So
Mm-hmm.
we talked about Mrs. Harris.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you said specifically you want to talk about Teriyaki 69. His music is whatever, but his actions get him news. Teriyaki. You didn't say
Takashi six
teriyaki.
Takashi
Win, you're
six
so
nine.
rude. You're so rude with it.
Takashi six
I
nine.
swear to God, if you guys Takashi, you're so rude with it, and I can't I want to block you from this live. Okay. Info. Before we talk about the other subject, what are your thoughts on Takashi 69?
My thoughts on him
Yeah.
when it comes to the whole snitching factor. I think there's a lot of people who critical of him being a snitch that will probably snitch themselves, but that do criminal things. But the first thing about snitch is a concept that is used for criminals. If you
Yeah.
are not a criminal, then you are supposed to snitch. Like you're supposed to keep your community safe. You're supposed to work with the police. I don't believe in like if you're not breaking crimes and you're not drug dealing, if you're not doing anything that's illegal, then you're supposed to be working with the police because you want to keep your community safe. He is a criminal who decided to tell on everybody else who's criminals. In my mind, amongst criminals, that's a wrong thing to do. So I can't act like what he did was cool because I'll be like, you told on people because and you was doing wrong, so you wouldn't get arrested. So when it comes to him being a snitch, I don't think that's good. I think he's wrong for that. But there's a lot of people who criticize him who are criminals or whatever, but they'll probably snitch too. Like they'll fold in front of the judge as well. So that's how I see, 6ix9ine when it comes to the whole snitching thing.
Real name went and said that's within the rules of gang culture. A citizen
Exactly.
is allowed to snitch.
Exactly. You're supposed to snitch if you're a citizen. If you ain't doing nothing wrong, then you're supposed to tell.
Interesting.
Like I'm
I
gonna
mean,
tell.
I'm obviously a gang member, so I know the
I don't
rules.
know
Obviously.
either. This is just I just be knowing. I just be paying attention to stuff. So I just be like,
Okay, so how do you feel about his music?
um, from a sound wise, he got stuff because I like his voice, and I think his voice is a unique, cool. the way it sounds is, and he got some hard beats. I think he needs a producer and someone who can like cultivate his sound, and so he can tell better stories, and so he's just not making stuff that's just so, similar to each other, and it's just a better story that he's telling in his music. Like he needs somebody to be able to, help him, guide him with lyrics and things. So it's just not craziness and just, it's just loud noise at a certain point after you done heard. Like you can listen to maybe a single, but you ain't finna listen to the whole project because it's like, all right, like where are we going with this? You know, that's what I would say about his music.
So, have you heard the controversy of him messaging other underage girls?
I have not heard of that part. I've heard that he was arrested or for being a pedophile or messing with a girl that was underage. That's what I've heard. But the news of him messaging young girls as underage, no, I haven't heard of that.
That's what prompted him to snitch.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he was messaging other underage girls, and then he went on a live video saying how, oh, you hoes are messaging me, so I'm just responding to you. And then that's what prompted the like investigation. And he's like, oh, wait a second, I have a lot of information to give you guys, so don't put me in jail.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Teriyaki, you're so rude. Has good music, not gonna lie, but Info is right. If he had better direction, he'll be better.
Yeah,
I
like
don't think it's that great.
I like his like the way his voice sound is like mad like rough
He's
and
just
like,
yelling.
but it's
He's
but DMX was like you
yeah,
could compare it to that. Whereas like
no,
you could
it's
say,
not. It's completely
but it's like
different.
DMX was storytelling and he had like structured songs where it's like you was saying something versus 6ix9ine is just like he needs just a better direction with his music. Like he got something. Like I wouldn't say this if I didn't really believe it. Like I've heard songs where I was just like, okay, like I like this sound, but it just needs to be developed more. But I mean, each his own. I mean, other people might, hear songs like I like metal rock songs. I mean, I like punk rock. So some people might see that as just like screaming or yelling or stuff, but I just hear it differently. So I can understand where somebody coming from if they just don't like his music.
True. Okay. All right. So, like I was saying, Teriyaki 69 is so funny. Okay. So, one of the subjects that you wanted to talk about today was feminism.
Hmm.
So, I'm sure that you already have a whole speech planned, and I'm going to rebuttal you. So,
Oh
could you?
no, the only reason I was saying that I was just hyped at the moment when I said it to you, and I was like, I need to talk because it was just like I had posted stuff, and then I got like
Okay,
people
so
on my
okay, so
head. So
so let's start there.
so
What prompted you
so I mean,
to talk about that?
what did I post? I posted a video of a lady I saw it on Instagram, reposted it, and she was saying she was responding to Cardi B's WAP video, and she was
Okay.
talking about that. But what she said in there was, women can cook, and it's okay to cook, and I cook, and this and that and that. And then people just saw that, and it was like, women don't have to just cook, and the days of that is over. And I was like, no, like that's not what she was saying. What she was trying to say was she was addressing the lyrics in Cardi B's song because she said, I don't cook, I don't clean, but I know how to fuck you. That's what she said. So she was just addressing that and saying, like, you're more than that as a woman. You're not just a pussy hole for a man to stick a dick in. You can show there's other ways to show affection to a man. And she was using cooking as an example. It was like, I cook for my man and I do this, and maybe you can get a man if you cook or something. Meaning, like, maybe you can get a man if you, like, show other affections and stuff like that besides just sex. And then she was like, use your heart, use your brain. And those are the things I was agreeing with her. And I was like, and then, people just jump to conclusions of what they want to hear. And they just be like, no, that's wrong. And you can't say that. And I was like, all right. I had another girl. I had met her at a show that I was doing. But she started following me way back then. But she had hit me up on that. And then I'm supposed to talk to her about that. So we'll see.
What are your thoughts on the song?
Um, I mean, it's a it's not a I don't think it's a
The
good.
song,
I
the
mean,
lyrics,
I mean, when you say
as an
song,
artist, the
like
song,
as
the
me,
lyrics. Yeah,
like
yeah.
as a music artist, I mean, it was like it was whatever. Like it wasn't nothing I would bop to. I mean, it was cool, I guess. I mean, the beat was cool. The lyrics was kind of just like, all right. Especially as a dude, I'm just like, I don't want to hear this. So I'm just like, I don't want to hear that type of stuff. But I mean, it was just extremely vulgar, and
What's the difference between that song
hmm
and I feel like I'm coming on you hard, but this is your second time here,
hmm
so I'm a little less gentle.
yeah. What's
So
up?
what's the difference? What's the difference between this song
hmm
and an Uncle Luke song?
There's no difference.
So why did it make you feel uncomfortable?
When I say uncomfortable, I'm saying because it was a female describing things that she would do to a guy. So that made me be like, okay, I don't want to necessarily hear this. That's how I saw it.
Because you feel like that should be kept private because it came
No,
from the horse's mouth. Ooh,
no,
ooh.
no, because I'm a guy and I don't want to hear about you sucking the dude's dick. That just like, I don't want to hear that. Cause it's like, oh, wow, I don't want to hear that. You know? So.
I don't know though.
But I don't see like you like why would I don't want to hear that? Like I don't hear a woman. It's not that it's right or wrong either side. It's just like this made me uncomfortable because it's like I don't really want to hear that. Like I'm good on that. Like there's even songs that are love songs about a woman, like a song a
Yes,
woman might have where she talking about her man or something. Like I like Beyonce songs. I like Beyonce's extremely talented. I don't listen to Beyonce on a regular basis. I don't just be like, let me bump that because she's just not saying things that relate to me as a young black male. Like,
but you'll listen to a song where a guy is talking about I'll rub you down and
mm-hmm,
take off your clothes. So
mm-hmm,
why is that unrelatable to you?
because I would do that, and I've had those thoughts. Like those are thoughts that I've had, and those are things that I've practiced or things that I've done, like things that I would do. So it's relatable, and it's not necessarily that's the female version of it is wrong or the male version of it is better. It's just like I relate to what he's saying. Like I feel comfortable. It's like yeah, like when he's saying it, I see me doing it. It's like that's me. Versus when a female is saying it, it's like that's not me. That's whoever you with. Like you with some other dude or something. That's who you talking to. But which is fine on both sides. I'm not saying either one is better than the other, but it's just one that I relate to better, just because I'm a guy and I don't, you know.
I guess I just don't get it.
What is it? I don't see what you don't get.
I mean, like, we hear all the time guys talking about like I had a friend the other day send me this video of this guy rapping. He's talking about how like he'll eat you and etc. And I was like, this is gross.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay. Okay. It is gross to you. I understand why it's gross to you.
so
Just like their song is gross to me, but it's all gross, but it's certain things that you relate to more that you feel more comfortable hearing as, because you've been in that position or you would, practice those things.
hmm.
So when I'm criticizing Cardi B or WAP, I'm not leaving out Uncle Luke or any of them. Like I'll, criticize them as well. But the thing about them is they've been criticized. Like Uncle Luke had to fight and go to the Supreme Court to be able to say what he's saying. That's what like people don't understand. Like this whole female rapper thing, people keep saying like everything that Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion, all these female rappers are going through. Like the male rappers have been going through it, and they went through it way worse than the women who are going through it. The women are allowed to even say this because of the men. Uncle Luke went to the Supreme Court and fought, so everybody would be able to say this, and he won. That's the crazy part. Like people just don't know these things about what happened in hip hop music. Like they used to wait for the rappers to get off stage and go arrest them. It'd be like you said this in your song, And they like the police would be sitting there waiting for them to get off and get arrested. If you perform that song, you getting arrested. And it's like that's what they went through. Just so we be able to say what we want to say today. It's just the way I see it is this is the first time in history that you've had a group of women in hip hop winning on their own without a male counterpart introducing to them. Like
Well, no, not necessarily, because Trina and Little Kim did that.
Little Kim was introduced to us by Biggie. Trina was introduced to us by Trick Daddy. Nicki
Oh,
Minaj. Nicki Minaj was introduced to us by Lil Wayne. This is like who introduced us to Meg Thee Stallion? Like she did. Who introduced us to Cardi B? Like she introduced us to us, her. Like all these new female rappers are coming up, and this is a good thing. Like this is not some shit that I'm shitting on.
yeah,
Like I love the fact that these women are being able to win on their own, and they don't have to have a man come in and be like, listen to her. You know, even like Foxy Brown was introduced by Jay-Z. So it's like
yeah.
you have like Missy Elliott was introduced by Timbaland. Like it happened over time. This is the first time where like women can actually make a voice for themselves on their own, and they don't have to have a man, you know, stand next to them for us to listen to it. And that's great. It's just you're catching the same criticism men have been catching for years. And you're using women as an excuse. And it's like, it's not women, it's just hip hop. Hip hop has always been like shitted on and like critiqued and examined the lyrics, and people print out the lyrics and be like, this is what they're saying. Look, like that's always happened. It's just happening to you as women because this is your first time actually getting your star ship on your own without a man. So, you know, that's how I see it. So I don't look at it as a man versus woman thing. But when I'm talking about Cardi B, because I'll say the same thing about Future. I'll say the same thing about any of them that I feel are making music that is destructive. You know, that's just something I'm looking more into myself and, you know, trying to, you know, be more positive because I'm just looking at how things in the world are going. And I'm just like, this music we're making is not helping. Like, it's like, it's not like that was just bad timing. Like that WAP song was just really bad timing. Like, do you see what's going on out there? Like, we didn't need that right now. Like that's all I'm saying.
Bruh, you're so freaking brilliant.
You think so?
Do you think so?
I think so. I mean, I try not to be cocky or nothing. I just try to be humble and just try to like, you know, try
Stop
not.
doing that.
I try not to
I'm gonna drive to Georgia just to punch you in the face.
pull up on me, but
And take that fish
I
sandwich that
try
you
to.
always be posting.
I had a flounder sandwich today.
You're
It
so
was the first time.
disrespectful
This is
to
my
the
first
Little
time.
Mermaid. So
There's no balance.
disrespectful.
There's no balance in music for female artists. That's true. I agree with that. Because with men, you got Future, but you also got J. Cole. You got Young Thug, but you got Kendrick. You got little whoever, but you got Logic. You got Chance the Rapper. You got male hip hop artists who are prominent that everybody knows, and they're very successful. They make a lot of money, but they're saying positive things. I can't say that about female rappers. I don't know who the counteract to Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion is, who's a female
But don't
rapper
you think?
who's saying
Sorry.
something, who's saying something positive and good, but they're popular and everybody knows who they are. But also, I'll put it in there based off of what I just said. This is y'all first coming up. Like this is women in hip hop, so that's what you like. What is real name?
Witten.
Witten. You also got to understand, like strippers have money. The girl who can rap for real and she talk about something, she don't have money like that. Like it costs a lot, like to get in the studio, get your song played. Like that takes a lot of money to get there. So it takes her longer. Like I believe maybe 12 months from now, you're gonna see more female in hip hop that's actually talking about something. It's just this first wave is just strippers and whores and shit because strippers have money. Like they can pay. Exactly. They got $1,500. They strippers. They got money. Like
Yeah.
the girls who really rapping about some shit, she ain't got it like that to be able to pay the DJ, you know, all that money. She working, you know, at a fish restaurant. she try to make it and try to break through. You know, she going every day. So I believe over time you will see more of that. We'll see a balance. There's just no balance right now.
Yeah. Do you feel like it's that way in the what's the word I'm trying to look for? The motivation industry as well?
You mean like women in motivation?
Yeah.
I
Because
don't.
tell me one motivational person. Don't say Oprah.
I'm not in the motivational world
Yes, you
that much.
are.
I mean, I watch Gary Vee, but he doesn't even consider himself a motivational speaker. He's just a businessman who just happens to be motivational. So I don't really be paying
So
attention to
so
who's
tell me a
motivational.
businesswoman that
A
you know.
businesswoman?
Yes.
I'm. I don't know. I don't. I'm
See?
not in the business
Yeah.
world either.
Yes,
Like
you are.
where?
I don't. Why do you?
I'm not. I don't know
I'm
anything
so.
business.
I'm gonna steal my mom's card tonight, y'all.
I don't know any
I'm
like
gonna steal my
business
mom's
people.
card tonight and drive there and punch you in the face.
Like I don't know any business people. Like Shark Tank. They got women on there, don't they?
What's her name?
Barbara.
Barbara what?
I don't know her last name. I don't know the rest of the dudes. I don't even know the other dudes' names. I know the one dude, his name is Mr. Happy. I don't know what his real name is. The other guy who be on the other, I know what's the one dude who owns the Dallas Mavericks? Um I can't remember his name right now. The only reason I know him is because he owns a basketball team. And then the other dude on the end, I don't know,
Oh yeah. God, Mark Cuban.
Mark Cuban. And then the other
Yeah.
dude on the end, I don't know what his name is. And then they have one black guy on there. Like I don't really know their names.
For diversity. You got to do it
Exactly.
for diversity. What do you think about that? What, Witten said Naisha Nashe. Oh, he mentioned we do a podcast every
Shit.
week.
Hmm.
And he mentioned this her name before, Naisha
But
Nashe.
I've there's female
Um
rappers I fuck with Tierra Whack. Like she be
he,
spitting. I love
oh,
her,
T-Rex
man.
is so dope.
Like
So dope.
that's who I fuck with. Like I fuck with female rapper. Like I want more women in hip hop who be spitting because I'm like I like lyrics. I like lyricism. I'm like motherfuckers who really just be rapping and going in. Like I want to hear that. And like
But what was I gonna say? Oh God, we were talking about artists and
now I feel
have you
like
been
I feel subconscious about my fish sandwich that I posted. So
you should because
when
you're eating the Little Mermaid's best friend.
it's really good.
And it's very offensive for me.
It's really good. Have
So
you got to try it?
thank you. Gosh, you guys got me sidetracked. We were talking about text it here, I'll save it. Okay. Okay, cool. But gosh, you guys got me so sidetracked. Also, I'm not keeping track of time. I'm supposed to be getting better at this. But I think it's probably been like 20 minutes, you think? Probably 30 minutes?
Maybe. I'm not sure. I wasn't tracking
Maybe.
time
We'll
either.
find out. We'll find out. When the timer goes out, we'll find out.
All right. Oh.
You're so funny. Okay, so can you tell us what your morning routine is? Hey, happy.
I get up and I look at my phone and then I drink some water. And that's about it. And I'll be like, but I'll be tired, right? I really be just be tired. I wake up because I work 40 hours and then the days I'm off, I'll be at the studio. Like, that's just what I do. Like, so I'll be sleep. Like, and then when I wake up, like, I just be exhausted. I look at my phone, check some, messages or whatever, then I just go back to sleep.
What time do you wake up?
Usually early, maybe like 9 or something, because I usually work in the morning. Or I got
It's not early. Early is like 4 a.m.
okay, all right.
You're so you're so funny. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. So tell us what a normal day is like in like a world of info.
Um, I'm a regular person. I go to work and I go to the studio. That's about it. That's
That's not normal though.
what is.
No one goes to the studio after work.
Oh, well, I go to the studio and I record songs. And that's what I
How
do.
long are you usually there for?
Probably about 2 hours.
What do you do in those 2 hours?
Record. I everything that I have, like, I didn't mean to be like, sarcastic, but like all the stuff that I've written, like I'll prepare everything for the song, and then I'm just laying down vocals. So I'm just stacking vocals. I'm rearranging it, and then seeing how it comes out while I'm there, or fixing things that I did when I was there before. So that's all I've been doing.
What What are your thoughts on the fact that the mask ordinance will be okay, that's a good question.
That's a
We're gonna ask
question.
that. Yeah. Um, what are your thoughts on the mask ordinance will be lifted in November? Because then that's
Should
when
they?
we'll be free. It will be. They announced it in November. We're not allowed to wear masks anymore. We don't have to wear
No,
masks anymore.
after.
What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know if that's a good idea. The mask, keep it from spreading. So I don't know, we should do that so early, especially if we don't have a vaccine. I think we should definitely just hold out until a vaccine or something is available for us to get, and then move towards that. But the thing about the mask is, like, why are people so against masks? Like, what's the problem with the mask? Like, because you're saying like we don't have to wear masks, and saying don't wear masks, but it's like, what? I don't understand the fight against the mask.
There's a lot of people in the South who are going to the courts about it.
But I don't understand why. Like, what's the big deal about wearing a mask? Like, why? Are you, why?
They feel as if it's against their rights as a American citizen. They feel like it's inhibiting their lungs.
That's bullshit. But I mean, I don't see how. The whole part was inhibiting their lungs. That's an exaggeration in my mind. I don't see how. Like how? But I don't see how it's depending on your right. It's just trying to keep people safe. There's a tons of things that you do that the government forces you to do that you do, but you don't. You just do it. So I don't see how this is different. And this is just temporary. So and there's things that's like you would have to wear a seatbelt. Like in Georgia, we have a thing that says click it or ticket. I don't know if that's everywhere, but in here, they have lights on the side of highways and shit. It's like click it or ticket. You gotta wear a seatbelt. Like you not gonna not wear a seatbelt. So it's like I don't understand. Like why are you so against wearing a mask? Like the government forces you to do things all the time, and this is just some temporary thing. I think it's more of just like it was an article I read. It was saying um, Americans are clinging to petty fights, or I don't think that was the way they worded it, but they're clinging to these little things because of like economic disparities. Like people are hurting and they're suffering, so they just cling to these little petty novice things that don't really matter. And it's like when I read that, they gave me a different perspective on the people who are mad, don't want to wear masks, and I was like, okay, they're it's not it ain't got nothing to do with the mask. It's like the mask is like you've already taken everything else from me, or I feel like I'm deprived and you're not gonna do this to me. What's up?
That makes sense.
Okay.
You're so funny. You're so you're so smart. You don't even realize it. Okay. Who are your artistic inspirations?
Artistic,
Knock down all my work stuff. That's fine.
Kanye West, Lupe Fiasco, Kendrick Lamar, Prince, Little Richard, Rick James. Um, those are people that Young Thug. Those are people that Alice in Chains. Those are people I've heard that really influence the way I sound and or how I
Can I
operate.
rewind?
Hmm.
Because I very rarely hear Little Richard. What about him inspires you?
Because one, he was just the one, he was the originator of all of rock and roll and everything in a way, like the whole vibe and everything, like and all that. Like he was the one who started it, and like the way, like if you go on Spotify, listen to his songs. He has like everything that we doing now. We doing it. His songs was like 2 minutes long. Like people be talking shit and criticizing our songs and be like, "Why your songs so short?" And then it's like all his songs was like 2 minutes low. Like he didn't have long songs. He got to the point and did it and got out. And I was like, that's really cool. And I just saw that as someone to look to to justify or feel comfortable in what I'm doing as an artist.
That makes me so happy that you said that. God, I hope I can put that in the clip. It always sucks. It's a good thing, but it's also a bad thing when I have really good conversations with people because it's like, oh, this is a great talk, but like it's so hard cutting it down to 60 seconds because it's like I want to include the whole thing,
Yeah.
but I hope I can include that little bit in there. But okay, so I didn't ask you about this. Feel free to be like, I don't want to talk about this.
Yeah, what's up?
Um, but she posted something recently that really resonated with me, a struggle that I'm trying to go through right now,
Mm-hmm.
where you're trying to cut back on the drinking. And I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to know if you were comfortable talking
Yeah, we
about
can do that.
that.
We can
If
talk about
you're
that.
not, we don't have to.
Yeah,
Do you
we
feel
can.
comfortable talking about
Yeah,
that?
that's cool.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not like one, I have a family of alcoholics. So alcohol is like water to me. So it's like it's just something that I can just drink and it don't really fuck me up. Like, some people might fuck it up. Like I'm not, you know, totally destroyed by it. But the difference between me and them is I'm not addicted. Like if I don't want to drink, I just don't drink. Like last time we was talking, I was drinking some wine. Like I'm not drinking nothing right now, just because I just don't
Mm-hmm.
want to drink. I don't feel like doing that shit right now. So like I choose when I want to. But what I was trying to say when I posted that was I had a friend who was performing, Timmy Fourway. He was performing, but I had just got drunk as fuck before I went to his show, and then I was just throwing up in the bathroom the whole time, and I was just done, and I had to end up missing it because I was just like, I'm done. I gotta leave. I was like, I gotta get up and work in the morning, anyways, and I gotta just get myself ready to be able to deal with the next day. So, and I just reflect on it, and I was like, I could have stayed, and I could have watched his performance and had a good time. I didn't have to do all of that. That was just necessary. So it's just about drinking in a responsible manner where you know why you're drinking. Like I'm drinking because I just want to take a little edge off, or or whatever. It's cool. Just don't be ridiculous with it. And that's just what I told myself. Like, you know,
Do you think that this is something that, and uh, do you think this is something that's common in the artistic culture?
hell yeah. There's a lot of people because drinking and smoking and all those things, they just like they help you relax. So when you recording,
Yeah,
you just
yeah.
like you just let it out. And the thing about it, you just don't want to be dependent on it because that's when
Yeah.
it like you don't want your art to just be dependent on the intoxicated version of you. That's one of the main people I look up to is Kendrick because he don't smoke, he don't drink. Everything he do, he just be sober the whole time. Every song that you heard from him, he was sober when he did that, and I just think that's cool that he does that. There's people who encourage, like I've never recorded, like I got one song that I've recorded when I was drunk. Like most of the time, like when I go to the studio, I'm never intoxicated, and people say that about me. If you ask around, they be like, "Nah, he don't really do that shit that much. He really just be sober when he rap and stuff." I have my times when I like to get on, the internet, and I might drink a little bit, and then, just to
It
see what
makes
I,
me more brave.
yeah,
Yeah.
just to try something,
Yeah,
and I'll be like, let me
same.
see let me try
It's
it.
like I don't care. I'll blame it on the alcohol.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. When I'm recording, I don't drink. But when I'm posting, I'm like I feel like I need that little bit of courage
Hmm.
to say, "Oh, I'll it wasn't me, it was the alcohol who said this. You can't get mad at me."
Hmm. The way I do it is I'm not like most of the raps that you see if I'm rapping on Instagram or something, I rap sober. It's times when I choose to drink, like
Mm,
just to try something different. Like I want to alter myself at this moment and see what I come up with. Because I might just put on a beat and I'll just freestyle. And then I'll be like, let me see what I can come up with when I'm drunk and what that version of me sounds like versus the sober version of me. So when I'm creating, that's how I do it.
yeah, interesting.
Because with rap, I ain't scared to rap no more. Like all like that shit's gone. Like I lost that shit in high school shit. Like I'm like, like just not scared to rap no more. Like I just do it. Like I don't know. My confidence when it comes to rap is just very high. Singing, that
It
was
should be.
singing was my next venture where I was like, okay, I want to harmonize and do melodies. I can't sing like, like someone who really sing, but I can, come up with dope melodies that I think people might like. And that's where I had to like, you know, try to build my confidence next in that. So that was a part of what I was saying in the post. It was like building real confidence so I don't have to, rely on liquid courage. Yeah.
You gave me a lot to think about
Yeah.
tonight. Thanks. Thank you, but no thank you.
Shit.
And you're right, Winton. Yeah. When you and I have talked
Yeah.
too much. I owe when all of my health insurance. But okay. Where can people find you, follow you, stalk you?
Instagram, the boy is beautiful.
Oh, oh,
What's up?
oh, where have you got that from?
I was in English class. You're the first person to ask me that. I was in English class and we were going over Greek mythologies. And there was a Minotaur that was like the son of Zeus or something, I believe. And then in the book, there was a picture of the Minotaur. And then it was inscriptions around it. And then it translated, the boy is beautiful. I was like, that's cool. So that's where I got that from.
That's so dope.
Oh. I usually say that and I'll tell people and then I never told, like, you're the first person to actually ask me. Be like, what does that mean? Like, I've never had nobody actually, like, ask me.
I meant to ask you that last time, but I forgot because we just be going, bro. But okay. So once a month we're gonna do this.
Okay, cool.
I'm
Just let me
sure
know.
there's something scandalous gonna happen in September. I'm sure something
This
will.
shit, 2020 has been insane. Like, every
Oh,
month is just a new thing.
every week is something new. And
It's
it's like
like,
I don't
what
want
the
to talk
fuck?
about anything new. Like,
Bruh,
let's just talk about how beautiful the sky
it's
is and how the
fucking
fact that it didn't
nuts.
rain today. Um, I'm just trying to shoot a music video outside my house. That's it.
Alright,
Mom,
well,
not right now.
that's hilarious.
Not right now, Mom. I'm an adult. Huh? Mom, not right now. Oh, I just want to give you a booklet. Okay, look, put else at the door. Okay, I'll put it right here. Okay. Okay. I'm not gonna be able to cut that out.
It's cool. Moms are
Okay.
moms. We all
Okay,
got
so
moms.
tell us again where we can follow you.
Instagram, the boy is beautiful. YouTube,
Oh,
the honorable info. TikTok, the boy is beautiful. I just started my Twitch channel, so the boy is beautiful in there as well. So follow me on
can
Twitch.
you do a small rhyme for us
Oh,
if
whoa,
you
that's a
feel like
lot.
it?
You just asked me to rhyme.
If you feel like it, because I know I hear people
It's
are
not
like,
that I
"Oh,
don't
you're a
feel
singer."
like it. I could do it. It's just
Like,
like that's random. I wasn't even gonna do that.
no pressure, but also you're a punk if you don't do it.
I am. You think so? I'm willing. I'm ready and willing to be called a punk if I don't do it. It's not that I just wasn't prepared to do that. Like, we don't have a beat or anything. Like,
You're representing Atlanta right
I'm just
now.
supposed to like
So.
randomly rap in the middle of our conversation. Like, that's a lot. I got tons of like raps of me like on Instagram and stuff. Like,
Something from this is not a freestyle.
this is not
A
real.
lyric from there.
I just want to rap. I don't want to cap. I don't want to dance. I don't want to clam. Just okay.
Okay, cool.
All
That's
right,
perfect.
that was cool. All right, cool. Go listen to the song. It's on Spotify. It's on Apple Music. It's on all the streaming service. Go listen. Go bump it. Go jam to it. It's a cool song. People like it. So
People are very receptive to it.
that's cool.
I've been noticing.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna do this song because I was like, but then I was just like, I think people gonna like it, so I just did it anyways.
Right.
So
This
yeah.
is so cool. Yeah, this is not a freestyle, right? This is not a freestyle, right?
It's
Or this
called.
is a freestyle.
What do you? Wait, this is
Your
called.
song.
It's called. This is a freestyle. Yeah, that's the name of it.
Wait, so it's called This Is a Freestyle.
That's the name of the song.
My bad. I've
It's
been
just.
advertising it the wrong way. This is why I'm not a promoter, guys. This is why I'm not a promoter. I'm just the talker. That's it. All right, Info. Thanks for this talk, homie.
All right, it's been real.
All right. Bye.